Send out here. This is going to be heavy.
I am back. What it do, baby?
Can you make a video on how the natural hair community turned wearing curls and not stretching hair into morality for black women? That is, if a black woman sets her hair, then she isn't doing blackness properly and hates herself. I know some videos touch on this, but I believe most black women listen to the natural community due to the perceived morality. This is a really, really good one, and something that I've been avoiding talking about, but let's get into it. Morality is a system of principles and values that determine what is right and wrong, guiding human behavior and decision making. It could be based on cultural norms, religious beliefs, personal philosophy, or societal laws. Morality often includes concepts like fairness, justice, honesty, and compassion. But as you guys can see, this is not something I just want to talk about. Over on the left hand side, you can see that I put this on the community tab, and you guys were like, yes, oh my God, let's talk about this. So if you want to know why we're having this conversation, you can see it right in front of your face. Now, it's weird, well, not weird, but I kind of thought that I always was talking from the stance of morality and grifting, right? I feel like those two terms are kind of the same thing, not really, but almost in the same area, right? Because instead of us paying attention to the science of the human body, instead of us looking at hair at its full potential, we were not doing that. So when you look at comments like this, you could read this yourself, but she was so much saying like, oh, the things that you're saying, they kind of make sense, but you know, we need more convincing, because we're easily convinced by the girls that make videos with really, really long hair. So let's talk about this and how it works. Morality, demand, and supply. This is how it goes. So first, they get to you on your morality, and we just broke down what morality means, right? So we're getting into your human behavior and the decisions that you should be making about your hair based on cultural norms, right? Because you black, and black girls don't produce oil, and our hair can't be combed, so we can't use combs and brushes because it's gonna break. Religious beliefs, believing that because God made your hair grow curly, and because of certain things that you see in the Bible about hair and things of that nature that are taken out of context, because the Bible itself says that it is a book of allegory, and allegory is another word for metaphor, but they took so many metaphors and allegories from the past and bottled that up into your morality, right? Personal philosophy, like, oh, okay, I'm black, and mind you, YouTube is full of personal philosophy. Every YouTuber that calls themselves Team Natural, every black woman who calls herself a Team Natural hairstylist, everybody who titles themselves as a Team Natural stylist, it is a play on morality, because it is just something that somebody made up. That is a personal philosophy of yours, right? And a societal law that black women have decided that this is going to be our new cultural norms, with all of these beliefs and all of these things wrapped into each other. So again, as the personal philosophy has been spread on YouTube channels, right, the morality has completely shifted. Mind you, this whole Team Natural thing has been going on for well over a decade. So once they shifted the morality, then they were able to master demand. So you guys are now demanding products, and supply. So let's talk about it. Because of the morality, you have completely thrown away logic. In fact, now the word hydrophobic. The word hydrophobic means that it repels water. So you can read the definition yourself, but something being hydrophobic means that it cannot mix with water. Not only can it not mix with water, it repels water. It pushes it away. right? So your oils, your greases, your butters, all of these products that have been grifted to black women based on the morality, because it is only based on this false morality perspective that you guys now follow, that makes you believe that black women don't have hair products for them, or that black women have to follow all of these personal philosophies put together by women who have YouTube channels, by men who have YouTube channel. It's all personal philosophy. But when you go to a real life cosmetologist or a dermatologist, there is a full-fledged of factual information that everybody follows. Because when it comes to a good scientist, because there are faulty, dusty ones too, right? But when we are talking about a good scientist cares absolutely nothing about morality. But the new Team Natural community is all about morality. It's all about morality to the point that if someone like me, if a scientist like me says anything that goes against the new cultural morality, they are attacked. I don't like black women, or I'm not a curly hair specialist because I choose not to wear my hair curly, right? This lack of critical thinking is only been pushed because morally you guys have been weighed down and shamed, right? But see, I'm the type of person, I'm from the D. Like, nobody on YouTube could ever shame me into being quiet, into not talking. But I have been accused of not being a real professional, of not being a black woman that loves herself, of being a self-hating black woman. I remember when I first came on YouTube, and when I first started giving you guys this information, people were like, oh, you have a relaxer, you don't even like being a black woman. But none of you even know what the word hydrophobic mean. Here are a couple of examples of other hydrophobic things, right? Other hydrophobic properties like oils, butters, greases. So all of the oils and butters and greases that you guys put in your hair, you think that you're moisturizing your hair, but all you're doing is blocking moisture. Hydration and moisture are two completely different things. I have a video, I'll put that link to it in the description box below. So your hair gets hydration from the environment, right? From the water that's in the air. And the way that you moisturize your hair makes it so that your hair can hold on to the hydration that it gets from the environment, right? So the proper moisturization that you need for your hair, very basic, is your conditioner and your leave-in conditioner. It gives you the right amount of moisture, right? So that way it's not sealing or blocking. But with your hydrophobic practices, you guys have been putting oils, greases, and butters on top of wet hair, and oils are hydrophobic, they don't mix with water, so all you've done is create a barrier. This is why the more oils you add, the more you need, because if you stop using oils, your hair is going to be super dry. I never put oil in my hair, ever. It's not a need. If I put oil in my hair, I'll have to wash my hair the very next day, because I have so much sebum coming out of my follicle. But because of the morality, and because of everybody's focus on the morality of the black woman, nobody's paying attention to the science. The morality has made black women constantly walk around saying things like, oh, you have to have oil, you have to have grease, because black women don't have sebum, only white women have sebum. So if that's true, can you please explain to me how a black woman can get dandruff? Because dandruff isn't dry scalp. Dandruff is an overproduction of sebum. So the same women who tell you that black women can't have sebum have videos scratching off dandruff. Do you understand how your sense of morality has completely cut off the part of your brain that allows you to think critically? You don't need to go to anybody's school to put that together yourself. Look it up right now. Dandruff. Dandruff is an overproduction of sebum. So you ask the person in the video, how is it that you have dandruff, which is an overproduction of sebum, if black women don't have sebum? When you sit down and do the research for yourself, right? You can see that studies have shown that black people actually produce more sebum than every other race on the planet, every other ethnic group. So again, the morality that you guys have been obsessed with and gaslighted with, and that the grifters use to get you, has completely cut off your logic and critical thinking. Why? It makes no sense. We need to learn what hair is. Hair is a fiber, and by you knowing that hair is a protein-based fiber, it's easy for you to test these morally based theories that are all over YouTube. It's so easy for you to test it. All you have to do is get another fiber from around your house and treat that fiber the way that you treat your hair and see if the moral practices pan out. They don't. They never do. Hair weathering is something that takes place over time. So in your morality, in the really harsh emotions that you guys all carry from all of this grifting and from the morality group, right? We shouldn't even call it Team Natural. We should call it Team Morality Police. That's what we need to call it, the Morality Police. You don't even understand what weathering is. I've been talking about this for 10 years because I know as a research scientist, cosmetologist, and herbalist that hair weathering can take anywhere between 6 months to 25 years to show up, or to even start, which means that your body is so magnificent that it can fight against all of your Team Natural practices for anywhere between 6 months to 25 years. So since I've left the cosmetology field, and from that sense, now what I do for a living is handle what the morality, supply, and demand chain has caused. Because the morality police got you, it got you shameful. Now a black woman is too shamed to even straighten her hair. Right now I get comments like this so many times, and that's why the majority of all of my information that teaches you how to get yourself out of this problem is behind a paywall. Why is it behind a paywall? It's behind a paywall because anytime someone with actual scientific information that you can really use for real, morality police come, they take the video, they splice it up, and then they use all of their moral philosophies to dissect the videos and cause you guys to not think critically in any way, shape, or form. You can't think critically because now they have you focus on, oh, well, she don't specialize in black hair. She don't specialize in it. And you all need to be convinced. You only need to be convinced of something when you don't know. When you know, you don't need any convincing, and you're not even ready to talk about it. You don't want to talk about it. You don't even entertain the conversations. And the problem is, because all you focus on is morality, you need convincing because there's no real work being put in. Now, I'm still going to talk to you guys, but we're going to look at people who didn't need convincing. These women within the 7-day challenge are women that looked at the way that the morality police got them in a bondage and said, you know what? What's the worst that can happen? Let me switch up. Because morality police makes a black woman think that if she wears her hair like this, she doesn't love herself. But this woman is within the 7-day challenge, right? And she blow dried her hair after she followed the steps within the challenge and things of that nature, because we ain't sharing all that. And she blow dried her hair and then put flexi rods in, and that's how her hair turned out. Freaking beautiful, gorgeous. And guess what? She could still comb and brush her hair every day. Here's another beauty. Here's another guru. I call them gurus. Here's another guru. The women that you're looking at are from the 7-Day Challenge and the Growth Cycle Blueprint. This is another woman who decided to stop following Team Natural and the morality police. So at the end of the day, morality is something that Team Natural grifters have used to get black women in. At the end of the day, even though it sounds like I'm being insensitive, I'm really not. You are not a victim. You know how I know you're not a victim? Because every woman that you're about to look at for the rest of this video is a woman that made a choice and said, you know what? I'm not about to do this. I'm not about to do this. And they looked for facts. Facts. Okay, so when somebody, I feel like, or a black natural specialist, or she's not a curly hair specialist, is ignorant. Memorization does not trump everything that somebody like me has put in. It just doesn't. And at the end of the day, you and your memorization will never trump the experience of a scientist. It never will. Your morality won't get you past anything. So I want you to be real. Let's be accountable. Like, you didn't sign up for the 7-Day Challenge, and that's fine. You can link in the description box, but let's have a conversation that I have with my gurus, right? Are you experiencing any of these things? Yes or no? Let me know in the comments. All of these things can be stopped. All of these things can be shifted. And all of these things are a result of all of the practices that you've been following. And I need you to understand something, right? I'm about to be 35 years old this year. I've had my cosmetology license since I was 19. Okay? The Team Natural community has been going on since like 2 years after I got my cosmetology license. All right? So if you're under the age of 20, all you know is this morality policing. That's all you know. You know nothing about the science of hair. All you know is morality policing. That's all you know. All you know is the ideology that certain YouTubers have put out. That's all you know. But this is not factual information. It's not. And one of the main reasons that I don't really hop into this conversation is because I feel like it's something that like really, really offends people. It's something that really, really shines a light and a mirror of accountability on people, because at the end of the day, excuse me, at the end of the day, most people, not most, nobody forces you to watch people. Nobody forces you to follow them. So everybody made the choice to decide to listen to people who led based on morality. That's it. And that doesn't hold any value. And you want to know how it doesn't hold any value? It doesn't hold any value. Proof of that is every other month there's a new product that you need to try. Every other month there's a new technique. Every other week there's a new challenge. 1 month is fenugreek. 1 month is the rice water. 1 month is apple cider vinegar. Another month is midnight clay. Another day is apples. Another day is avocados. Y'all don't know what y'all want to do. Nobody knows. Because nobody has any actual knowledge. Everybody's going off the personal philosophy of the YouTubers that are up. So this is a real good conversation, but I feel like I talk about morality all the time. That's all I talk about. And when I say that I can't stand Team Natural, that's what I mean. When I say I can't stand Team Natural, I mean I cannot stand the false morality policing that black women now do to each other, which has been labeled as the Team Natural community. Because even though, like, I live in Las Vegas, Nevada, and it's the majority of people for the area that I'm in, the majority of people that I'm around are not my skin color. They're not. So I am not policed by being a black woman based on how I wear my hair. If I walk into a Smith's in Las Vegas, in the area that I'm living in, it doesn't matter how I wear my hair. It's not up for question of whether or not I'm a black woman. They know a black woman just walked in the room. I'm so proud to be a black woman that it doesn't make any sense. And the fact that the majority of women that are within my 7-day challenge, the majority of women that are within the 7-day challenge, the only reason that they've been doing Team Natural as long as they've been doing it is because when they go to church, they get shamed by the girls that's there. When they use shampoo that isn't in a Team Natural bottle, mind you, most of these natural companies, these Team Natural brands, are not even owned by black people. So y'all been grifting and gaslighting each other and morally policing each other to only use Team Natural products when your Team Natural products are made by the same white people that you talking against. It's crazy. I want you to look at the things that I have on the screen and look at the downfall and look at the things that I'm listed on the screen and be real. Have some accountability about yourself and let me know if whether or not you fall into any of these categories, because all of these things that are on the screen, co-washing, y'all layering all of these products, detangling hair wet, these are all personal philosophies of YouTubers. All of it. All of this stuff. Oh, but we can't use blow dryers. Our ancestors didn't use blow dryers. Those are false cultural norms. Y'all don't know what y'all talking about. Y'all were not there. They may not have had electronic blow dryers, but they had so many different ways to blow dry their hair. They did. Our ancestors did not walk around with wash and goes. And if you want to negate that, what I need you to do is show me more than 2 or 3 African tribes who walked around with wash and goes. There were a few of them, but the majority of them had stretched styles and clean scalps, even with no running water. But because of the morality grifting, like, oh, this is the white man's standard. Do y'all understand that most white women don't have straight hair? The only reason that most women on the face of the earth all blow dry their hair and they all have long, healthy hair as long as they don't fall into morality practices, the reason that their hair is still on their head is because they know how to stretch it properly. They stretch it properly, allowing the sebum to travel from the scalp to the ends. And I've been in Vegas for a very long time, and the majority of my friends are not black. They're shampooing their hair multiple times in a week, their hair's to their ass. And they're getting a trim like clockwork every 8 weeks. With hair to their ass, they get as much cut off as needs to go. But the gag is, they never need a whole bunch of hair cut off because they don't have their hair in tight ponytails and all of these braids and things of that nature. And that's the thing, morality. Your morality practices and the personal philosophies of these YouTubers and the people who make this content, bloggers, whatever, their content is telling you, oh, as a black woman, you're only supposed to wear braids. Absolutely not. It also tells you that black women were the only women who had braids. Are y'all freaking crazy? Do y'all know how many legions of different civilizations there were who wore braids? Girl, if your hair is to your ass, hell yeah, you braiding it. You think they all was just putting their hair in ponytails? No. So when you learn to break yourself out of that morality prison, you can think for yourself. Again, this is somebody from within the Apothecary, and this is the review on our soap. My herbal soap is out of this world, baby. Shameless plug. Alright, I'm gonna leave all the links in the description box below. Look through my Apothecary, and even if you don't buy anything, just read all my reviews. You're gonna be like, oh my god, I want to try something. I'm gonna try something. You could try something. Anyway, So when it comes to the system of morality, that is the number one thing that has all of y'all locked in. And I'm telling you, the second you break out of the chains of morality, you're able to think clearly for yourself. This is a longer one, but I want y'all to screenshot it, read it on your own, right? Some of these screenshots, they give a little piece of stuff that I teach them in a challenge, but whatever. Like, it's so much information in there. There's nothing no picture that I could put on the screen that will ever spill all the beans for what's in the 7-day challenge and the growth cycle blueprint. Never. But I wanted to kill two birds with one stone. Well, not kill a bird. I need to find another phrase. I needed to tackle both of these things at the same time with this video, because it is because of the over engrossed, indulgently motivated, morality-based content that is all over YouTube. That is the thing that has y'all all messed up. Because when you read the comments that I have on the screen, when you read, because everybody's from the 7-day challenge and the growth cycle blueprint, when you read it, they all are telling y'all their own personal stories of breaking out from the morality policing that is the Team Natural community. Like, low key, that's what I'm going to start calling it. I'm going to think of a new name. By the time our next video comes, that's what I'm gonna call it. But they make y'all think, oh, you not proud to be a black woman, you wear your hair straight. What about all of the people that you guys are seeing? What about all of my beautiful gurus that are doing flexi ride sets? You're not gonna tell me this woman doesn't love herself because she's putting flexi rides in her hair and she's not just sitting her hair on her head? If you in a relationship, wouldn't you say that a man that just randomly, like, I said hello, good morning, I gave you a kiss, is that the man who really, really cares? Or is the person who has a pattern and a routine and like a system that he not gonna break, and somebody that's dependable with a routine and a pattern you can stick to? Which one is more dependable? Y'all all been picking a dude who just real quick, like, just wash and go. Just wash it, put it under the dryer. You don't need none of that. We don't need the qualifications. We don't need none of that. One of the things that I am most proud of in the 7-day challenge, after I don't give them longer than 2 weeks before women who believe that they have dry scalp with no sebum flow begin to see the sebum come out of their scalp. The reason that I'm not constantly putting all of my videos of before and after and all of the different women that are getting results from following my techniques is because I do not need morality policing. I do not grow gratification, nor do I make money from the praises of others. I really don't care. If you believe it, take it. If you don't. That has absolutely nothing to do with me. And that's why I really do drag my feet at posting these reviews. But I'm not going back and forth with nobody, because not only have, outside of the 47,000 clients that I've had, and none of these women count, right, as those 47,000, I have a whole new group of women. Like right now, when you go on my website to join either challenge, it only shows the active members, the people who haven't finished, right? So it's a couple of hundred people that'll be in there with you active as you go. But there have been over like 8,000 people who have joined my 7-day challenge. So I'm not in a need in any way, shape, or form to like preach to you and beg anybody to believe what I believe. No, because my gurus are getting results. They're getting results and they're happy with their hair, and they're no longer shamed by YouTubers. They're no longer shamed by personal philosophies of others. Even when they go to church, people ask them, like, or not just going to church, but wherever they go, when they go to work, anywhere they see another black woman, oh my gosh, your hair looks so good, what are you doing? Nothing really. What oils do you use? Oh, I don't use any oils or any greases in my hair. What? And then she said, I try to tell them about sebum, but they tell me, oh, black women don't have sebum. Why? The reason that black women think this is because we have had all of this grifting going on for over a decade. And by you guys shaming women with your morality policing, black women are shamed to do anything to their hair other than putting a couple of products in it, maybe some applesauce, some eggs, some mayonnaise, some avocado juice, all types of stuff in their hair. Not understanding that you are the one limiting yourself. I have multiple women who struggle with CCA who are getting recovered from it. They're noticing growth in places that they've never noticed it before. And you know what they're doing? They're stopping all of the things that the morality police told them to do. Team Natural, your new name is Morality Police. That's what they did. That's it. That's all. And it takes time. It takes time. It's not going to be something that just happens overnight. And again, morality police, they started with the morality. And then once you guys got all stressed, oh my God, I can't use these other products because I'm black. And if I use a product that don't have a black woman on a bottle or a fruit or a vegetable, that I'm ashamed to be black. If I use a white girl product, then I'm trying to be a white girl. Oh my God, I can't use any of this. So let me just do this and let me try to use my fingers because black girls don't use combs. We can't use combs and brushes. Our ancestors didn't do that. The morality police told me this, that is complete and total chaos within the community. And I know people get tired of me talking about it, but I'm never gonna stop until they stop. Foot on their neck. I'm never gonna stop. I'm not gonna do it. You know why? Because the more I talk, the more my gurus get results. So it's neither here nor there. I want to know what you think about it. The whole pattern that we've been under, y'all been under: morality, demand, and supply. Because that's where you've been at. That's where you've been. So let's talk in the comments, but I also want you to join my free group. It's free $99, but if you need a little more, because I ain't giving you all the good stuff in the free group, you can join either the 7-day challenge or the growth cycle blueprint. When you add it to your card, right, before you put your card information in, you click on the button that says sizzle, and when you click on that button, it lets you join and you can have a payment plan, so you don't pay the full price right away. So I need you to remember that your memorization, it does not compete in any way, shape, or form with everything that I do professionally. It just doesn't. So as we continue on, right, I just want you guys to go ahead and check out Cynple Apothecary, right? This is just one of my many blends. This is my ginger red rose. It has ginger, gunpowder, green tea, and you can see everything that's on the screen. I ain't gonna talk you to death, right? But just make sure that if you are interested in starting everything over from the inside out, make sure you check out my apothecary. And again, if you don't do anything else, check some reviews. Just look at some reviews. If you don't do nothing else, look at the reviews, see what other people think about it, see what other people have to say about their blends and their favorite blends, and then you make your decision from there, right? So that's it. That's all. I hope that this answered the question, and I feel good about this video. I really hope that it didn't make anybody mad. I hope it didn't make anybody upset, but grifters know that I's not going nowhere. All right, I want to talk in the comments. Let me know what you think about this topic, and for the person who made this request, let me know if I went in deep enough. If not, be like, Cyn, no, I need a part 2. That was not enough. What the hell? What was that? I need a part 2. Then okay, I'll do it. I just want to know why people mad at me.